What is happening, all 100,000 of you LARPers out there? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the SIG P365X Macro Comp. This is going to be a first look, raw, unedited video for you guys. I'm only going to cut the video to maybe move the camera around to some different angles, but I wanted to show you guys from first shots how this thing performs. I know there's a ton of videos out there on the internet about this thing already, but this will just be another data point for you guys, and then you can hear my own opinion about it. But you will see everything that happens to it. We pulled it out of the box. I put a little bit of Vortec oil on it just to give it a little bit of a fighting chance as far as it being a brand new gun. So I just put a tiny bit of oil on it, and yeah, we're just gonna run through it. I only have 4 mags, so I'll probably again pause to reload the mags. I don't have a fixed number of rounds, although I will keep track of how many rounds we're putting through it. I do have 1 mag of Federal HST 124 grain because this is what I carry for self-defense. So I'm gonna run one of these mags through it to see how it works. Now, what I will say straight off the bat, first impressions, really great gun, feels great in the hand. I love the way it looks. We have it outfitted with a Streamlight TLR7 sub, Holosun 407K with the green dot. Not a huge fan of this dot, but we'll talk. That's a video for another day, rather. One thing I will say is these mags right out of the box are incredibly hard to load. I mean, I've never had to use a mag loader in my life, and I forgot it today, and I almost had to just run these with 15 rounds to begin with because they are so tight when they come out of the box, and hopefully they'll break in a little bit better and be easier to load. But I have some pretty big man hands. I've worked with my hands my whole life. There's zero chance any woman, transitioning or not, is going to be able to load these mags brand new factory. So I'm going to take a little break, move the camera around so you guys can see our first shots, and then we'll start shooting this thing. All right, guys, so we're going to be doing our first shots through this thing and testing it out. We are running it in a which again doesn't really matter, but T-Rex Arms sidecar holster. This is their brand new one with the little pivot in the middle. So far I like it, but we're gonna just shoot from about 10 yards here at about a 6-inch, maybe 5.5-inch steel octagon, just to get our first impression. So we got our first mag loaded up with some Monarch brass 115 grain. So chambered the first round nice and easy. Let's see how the first shots go. Already zeroed, so pretty nice. You guys good on ears? Okay. All right. To answer your question, yes, the comp does work. I can definitely tell a difference between this and the regular SIG, big time actually. That was extremely pleasant to shoot. Again, I'll get a different camera angle for you guys in a minute here, just to show you kind of the distance and what we're shooting at. This is definitely within an A zone. As you guys just saw, inserted the mag, I gave it an extra tap and the slide went forward. So note that if that's a big deal to you. But let's just see what kind of accuracy I can get. I'm going to aim for the A zone on this guy and see what we can get. I'm going to shoot at my first shot wherever I hit. Okay. Through that one. That is a maybe 4.5-inch, 5-inch group, about fist size, maybe a little bit bigger than my fist. I got a pretty big fist though, from about 15 yards here. So pretty decent accuracy, all completely in the A zone. Obviously we were going a little slow there, kind of paced that one out, but we got 2 more mags here. So far so good, 100% reliable, which I'd expect from this product. So let's see. We'll save our hollow tip for the last round, for the last mag rather. Okay. I feel like that Secret Service agent couldn't find her holster. There we go. All right. Do a little bit of steel work here. Actually, yeah, let's go from the holster. Why not? Some controlled pairs. Yeah, this thing, although it's snappy for the size, that comp, even though it's not a true comp, it's just a ported slide, it really does make a difference. Wow. Yeah, I'm really liking this thing. And if it can remain reliable, especially with my hollow point ammunition, this thing's probably going to be crowned the king of my new concealed carry here. Wow. Headshot right in the A zone. Little low left, that was me. Completely reliable through the first, what's 17 times 4? 40 plus 35, that's 80, 75. So first 75 rounds, that's some mental math for you guys on camera. Let's reload and continue. All right, guys, so after we stopped recording, I realized my mental math was wrong. It's actually 68 rounds. So we're gonna do another 4 mags, which will put us at 136 rounds total. We just, again, same ball ammo. This gun is getting very hot right now. Now I lined you up so you can see the targets. As you can see, my groups there, pretty tight on the head box there. That was with 124 grain Federal HST, and that's the ball ammunition below. But Ian, can you see the third target from the left?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna be shooting at that one now. We're loading it up. Okay, we're loaded. We're hot. Ian, am I in frame?
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Let's just do a group here for not for speed, but just for accuracy. All right, obviously started to speed it up at the end, but you get the point. This gun, this slide is super hot right now. Actually, way hotter than I anticipated it getting. That's a thing. Slam the mag in, the slide went forward. So let's do some steel. You know what, let's do some steel for time before this thing gets really, really hot and see what we got. Oh, 2 misses low. That was on me. Two hits. First shot was a 168. Pretty piss poor. All right, not bad. Still completely reliable. Hands are getting a little sweaty out in this Texas heat. Let's maybe do some 2-shot transitions or some Mozambiques. Let's do Mozambique on that right target. Can you see it, Ian?
Yeah.
Okay. We're at about 15 yards. Not bad. 1A, 1C, and then out of the A on the top on the head. That was better, except actually first shot was better. Second shot was in the D zone, and then 1A box up top. Let's do it again. Okay, again, throwing that second shot into the C zone. It's definitely me over driving with the right hand. That was much better. All 3 A zone, I believe. Was that or no? We'll have to pace that up in a minute. Let's go back to this left target. It's got less C zone hits. There we go. So again, throwing that second shot into the C consistently. Let's try to slow that down. Empty. And I believe that's all my mags. Yeah. All right, guys. Completely reliable through the 136 rounds. So we're gonna load these up again and come back to the drawing board. All right, guys, we got my buddy here, Sweetie and Shoots. He just started his own first YouTube channel, so go show him some love and subscribe to his channel. We're gonna let him try this thing out and see what he thinks. So go on, and you got 2 mags.
All right, yeah,
Try
2 mags here. The 115 grain full metal jacket's gonna see how it runs. First time shooting this, pretty excited to try it. All right.
Oh, hold on. I gotta put my ears on, bro.
Oh yeah, okay.
Hold on a second. All right, got my ears on.
All right.
Let it rip.
2. Super flat shooting.
Hey, don't butter it up just because it's my gun. Tell me what you actually think about it.
I like the trigger a lot. Honestly, I like it a lot. Like, it's a small pistol, but it fits well. Like, I feel like if you can hold a Glock 19, you can hold this no problem. And it's super flat shooting, especially for a pistol this size. I like it a lot.
Nice. All right, guys. So you just saw Sweetie and Shoots take his first rounds through it. He liked it. I like it. I'm not gonna lie. He mentioned that if you can hold a Glock 19, you can hold this. It is actually like the same grip length almost as like a Glock 17. I think it's a full size grip, so it's actually longer grip than 19. But 17 round capacity, you can't argue with it. But it is much slimmer, so you feel a lot less of the pain in the pants as far as carrying it. The thickness goes, especially when you carry appendix. Ian, you might want to scoot back a little bit just away from the steel. But I'm just going to take a couple more rounds. We'll do it from the holster for time, just so you guys can see some controlled pairs maybe. Practice presenting your dot. These small dot windows make it a difficult task, though. When you're used to the SRO and shooting that for competition and whatnot. I'm gonna do some transition drills between these first two targets. All right, first two were left. That was bad. Second two were A zone. All right, much better. 1C, the rest A. Reload. Okay. We're getting a little worse on the form here, getting a little slippery, but we also are pretty far. Since we're shooting paper, let's just walk up to like a realistic distance here. Let's do, I'm gonna pace this out. We'll do a 7-yard build drill. Why not, since we're out here? So, here's about 7 yards right here. Okay. So let's do a build drill. We'll only have one C zone on that guy, so let's see what our time is here. That was crummy. Let me redo that one. That was a bad draw. Trigger freeze in the last one. And most of my shots were in the C. If you want to get that in. Not terrible, but not great either. We are low. Well, we don't have enough for another build drill, so let's just do until we run out. That was better. I'm gonna pace these up, reload, and then we'll get to more shooting. I got my boy Serge here. I wanted to get his first impressions. He's a big shooter, as you could tell from his suppressed holster he got going on over here in his SIG P365x. But I wanted to get, are you biased towards SIG, would you say?
No, not at all, but I mean, I own SIGs,
Yeah.
I shoot SIG.
So you'll tell me if it's shit, right?
I will.
Tell him if it's shit. All right, let's get his first shots on the camera.
All right. Well, trying to find the dot now.
The dot, it's a real small window.
Yeah.
Here, you need me to hold your back for you?
All right, here we go. She's dancing.
What do you think? Here, take another one. I will mention, that slide is getting very, very hot. I mean, it's so hot you can barely touch that bitch right now.
It is.
It's incredibly hot, so.
See that?
Yeah, it went forward?
It went into battery, okay. Yeah. All right.
What do you think?
I like it. It's controllable. Double stack mag. I run a G43.
Yep.
So
yeah, so let's talk about that actually. Glock 43X MOS is kind of the biggest competitor to this. That and the Springfield Hellcat Pro, and now they come out with that Pro comp to kind of compete with this macro comp that's been kind of taking the market by storm. The Glock, the only issue I had the 43X MOS. I had to upgrade to the Shield Arms mags, which cost me a bunch more money.
Right.
So by the time I put all the upgrades into the Glock to get it to the point where this thing is performing out of the box, I made a whole video about how the Glock 43X MOS is trash, and that the whole moral of the story was out of the box it was trash. I did have good luck with my Shield Arms mags. They were reliable for me. So that kind of mitigates that, but that's still 15 rounds, and it's about the same grip length as this guy right here.
That's
so
right.
It packs 2 more rounds in there, although I will say I already mentioned how difficult are these things to load, man.
Yeah, pretty tough.
Once they're broken in, it's a lot easier, but I mean, it's literally like, I think I sprained my thumb, and I know I sound like a bitch saying that, but they're super difficult to load once you get down to 15, 16, 17 rounds on the brand new ones. But with that being said, this thing really packs a pretty high punch. And again, there's tons of videos on this thing already on the internet, so use this as another reference point. I know we're not putting 5,000 rounds through it today,
Right.
but it is, all that oil is burnt off. I can't even, it feels like a suppressor hot, man. It's like
Yeah, it's
super,
really
you can
hot.
feel it radiating. So we're not giving this thing any breaks besides just loading up the mags. And I got 3 people here loading with me. So we're really running a train on this thing, running it pretty hard. So with that being said, let's cut the video, load up the rest of the ammo that we have, and then we'll get a round. Actually, no, I got 2 more mags left, so I might as well fucking take them out, right? Or at least 1 more. No, I got 2 more. So let's see if I slam it in, the slide goes forward. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
It's not the best thing.
I don't know. I don't know. So let's just get some rounds here. Not bad. Again, slide goes forward. Accuracy wise, something to note, as you guys know, this thing has a kind of a chassis right here. Even if you want to zoom in on this and punch in with that zoom, this thing has a little bit of a chassis system here that's actually considered the firearm. Right now, if I put my finger underneath this trigger guard right here, like when I was pulling the trigger, there's a ton of heat coming off the bottom of this plastic right here. Honestly, I mean, obviously it's not melting or anything like that, but it is very uncomfortable, and the trigger itself is getting pretty hot. So not only is the slide smoking hot, and you can kind of tell it's all the oil is gone, it's kind of turning like a light whitish color, but even underneath here is getting pretty hot. But overall, dude, it's still shooting really, really well. I'm actually very impressed with it so far. So
No malfunctions to
yeah,
speak of.
no malfunctions at all. I don't have any skin in the game. This thing was sent to me by Battlehawk Armory, so a big shout out to Battlehawk Armory. Use bro code RDB to support the channel. It doesn't save you guys any money. They already have kind of the cheapest prices on the internet right now. So use code RDB to show them that I sent you there. And but I got no skin in the game. You could buy this gun or any other gun they have on their website. So I have no reason to say anything nice about this SIG. In fact, I kind of held out on this pistol for a long time because I heard mixed reviews about it. But again, sample size 1 of 1. So far, so good. Let's load up the rest of our ammo. We got 204 rounds through it so far.
That's right.
So let's load up whatever we got left, and I'll give you guys a total round count at the end. All right, guys, so we have the non-comp version of the SIG P365X macro. It is sitting in the Icarus polymer frame, so take for that what you will, but I want to do, we have 2 mags with 11 rounds in each, so we're going to do the last 11 on the comp version. That'll bring us to 215 rounds total, and I just want to do 11 rounds through this initially, and then we'll finish off with the comp version to show you guys the difference in recoil. Again, the only difference is the Icarus frame. It's not really going to change the recoil, even though it has a little bit of a gas pedal here. So we're going to go at steel here, see how it does. Immediately, guys, it is much more noticeable on the muzzle flip, at least from the shooter's perspective. It might not come across in video, but Ian, if you want to punch in real close on this thing when I'm shooting it, I mean, it is a much more noticeable snap. So much so, it's like blasting my finger off of the little thumb rest here. So we're going to set this gun down, and then we'll pull out the comp version. Oh, I already had a round in the chamber. My bad, team. So let's reload this thing. This thing is super, oh my God. I'm lucky this bullet didn't cook off in my pants, dude. It's so hot. Let's get that out of there real quick. This is never going to happen with a concealed carry type gun like this, guys. I'm doing this so you guys don't have to, but let's now press check. Okay, we're loaded. The slide is super hot, but let's just go ahead and shoot this thing. Dude, it is night and day. Maybe you could argue the flashlight makes a difference. I don't think it makes that big of a difference. I think it's the comp that's making that difference. And it is absolutely night and day how much that comp actually works. So in conclusion, guys, what do I think about the SIG P365X macro comp? I think it's a phenomenal little shooter. Again, we don't have 10,000 rounds on it, but I am confident in just running these 215 rounds through it today, including 17 rounds of my concealed carry ammo, that Federal HST 124 grain hollow points, that this thing is, it's passed my test for reliability so far. Because again, if you have a gun that's going to be unreliable, most of the time it's going to be unreliable during that break-in period, which I will not even buy a gun that has a break-in period because it shouldn't. But if a gun is going to be unreliable, it's going to be during these first couple mags through it and first, you know, several hundred rounds, as well as you could see, I mean, just how freaking dry. I mean, it is absolutely bone dry at this point. So if it's remaining reliable through the amount of abuse and heat we've just put through it, then I trust it. I'm going to go home and clean it and then put this into my EDC rotation because your boy is getting a little thick in the gut. And that Glock 17 or Glock 19X is now getting a little cumbersome. So it is nice to have a much thinner package, although it is kind of the same footprint as a 19 almost. But it actually just is so much slimmer, which makes a huge difference. So with that being said, guys, we are going to wrap up this video. Thank you so much for staying to the end of the video. If you guys enjoy these, please like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps. Any comment, even if you're just talking shit down there, helps the algorithm. If you guys want to support the channel, there's 3 ways you can do so. There is the biggest supporter of the channel is brownells.com. Use bro code RDB10, saves you 10% off at Brownells. And then bro code RDB just lets Battlehawk Armory know that I sent you over there. So it also supports the channel with some affiliate type marketing that I get some kickback for. So I appreciate you guys. And then lastly, Downrange Thermal, the thermal sponsor for the channel, is RDB5. Head on over there, show those guys some love. But with that being said, love you guys. Thanks for staying to the end of the video. And until next time, follow my buddy Ian, Sweet Ian Shoots, his brand new channel. Go check him out. He's only got like 2 videos up, but I want to make sure he's going to blow up and give him a little range day bro bump. So, all right, guys, that's going to be it. Have a great day. Love you.